Hello friends, I am Professor D.J. Trivedi going to take your 6th-7th lecture of modified counters. What is modified counters? Until now, you have studied a different type of the counters, that is asynchronous counter and as two different type of synchronous counter. In asynchronous counter, you have studied ripple counter, 3-bit ripple counter, 3-bit up-down ripple counter, and then two synchronous counter, that is steering logic and then look ahead logic. And all this counter you have studied that it is working in count up mode as well as it is working in a countdown mode. Now, this counter, all of this counter progress one count at a time in a strict binary progression, and they all have a modulus given by 2 raised to n, where n indicates the number of flip-flops. That means these counters which you have studied, they are known as a natural counter. Why? Because that number of modulus or that number of discrete states through which they progress on each clock pulse, and then they repeat the sequence that depends upon the number of flip-flops. If there are n number of flip-flops are there, then the modulus of the counter is 2 raised to n. We can consider if there is one flip-flop is there, 2 raised to 1, it is modulus of 2 counter. If there are two flip-flops, 2 raised to 2, that is modulus of 4 counter. If there are 3 flip-flops, then 2 raised to 3, modulus of 8 counter. If there are 4 flip-flops are there, 2 raised to 4, that is going to be modulus of 16 counter, and so on. So such counters are said to have a natural count of 2 raised to n. So they are all natural counter. A mode 2 counter consists of a single flip-flop only. A mode 4 counters requires 2 flip-flops and it counts through 4 discrete states. 3 flip-flops form a modulus of 8 counters while 4 flip-flops form a modulus of 16 counters. Thus, we can construct counters that have a natural count of 2, 4, 8, 16, 32 and so on by using a proper number of flip-flops. It is often desirable to construct a counter having a modulus other than 2, 4, 8, 16 and so on. For example, counters having a modulus of 3 or 5 would be much useful. A small modulus of counter can always be constructed from a larger modulus of counter by skipping state. Such counters are said to have a modified count. That means other than natural counter is also desirable. It is required for some kind of system. Especially modulus of 3 counter and modulus of 5 counter are more useful. How to prepare them? So a small modulus of counter can always be prepared by constructing from a larger modulus counter by skipping the state. That means we can utilize the force feedback method and some of the states in a natural counter can be skipped and it is converted into modified count. It is first necessary to determine the number of flip-flops required. That means to prepare a particular modified counter, how many flip-flops you require, that you have to decide. And the circuit should be simpler also. The correct number of flip-flops is determined choosing the lowest natural count that is greater than the desired modified counter. What does it mean? Whatever desired modified counter you require, greater than that, the lowest natural counter which is there, that you have to find out. So from that natural counter, you have to skip minimum number of state to prepare or to construct a new modified counter. And that's why the natural counter you have to find out which is just greater than the modified counter. For example, mode 7 counter requires 3 flip-flops. Why? because since 8 is a lowest natural count greater than desired modified count of 7. So, if you want to prepare a modulus of 7 counter, then modulus of 8 is a lowest natural counter greater than the desired modulus counter of 7, because only one of the state of mode 8 counter has to be skipped and it is converted into the modulus of 7 counter. So, that way in a hardware count also it will be easier. And now let us see that to find out a different number of flip-flops, there is one example is given here. Indicate how many flip-flops are required to construct each of the following counter. Let us say to prepare a modulus of 3 counter, how many flip-flops are required? To prepare a mode 6 counter and to prepare a mode 9 counter, how many flip-flops are required? The lowest natural count greater than 3 is 4. And 2 flip-flops provide a natural count of 4. That means with the use of 2 flip-flops, 2 raised to 2, that means the natural count of mode 4 can be prepared by 2 flip-flops. So, by skipping one of the state, you can convert this mode 4 counter into the mode 3 counter. Therefore, it requires at least 2 flip-flops to construct a modulus of 3 counter. Similarly, to find out for mode 6 counter, the lowest greater natural counter then mode 6 counter is mode 8 counter. Mode 8 counter can be prepared using 3 flip-flops. So, using the 3 flip-flops, mode 6 counter can be prepared. Similarly, if there is a natural count of modulus of 16 counter, then from that you can convert it by skipping certain number of state. Modified counter mode 9 can be prepared. Since mode 16 is the lowest natural count greater than 9. A single flip-flop has a natural count of 2. Thus, we could use a single flip-flop to construct a mode 2 counter, and that's all. However, a 2 flip-flop counter has a natural count of 4. Skipping one count will lead to a mode 3 counter. So, 2 flip-flop can be used to construct either mode or modulus of 3 counter. That means if you are having a 2 flip-flops, 2 raised to 2, that means using a 2 flip-flop, you can construct a modulus of 4 counter. And by keeping one of the state, you can convert this mode 4 counter into the mode 3 counter. Similarly, a 3 flip-flops counter has a natural count of 8, but by skipping the counts, we can use 3 flip-flops to construct a counter having a modulus of 8, 7, 6 or 5. So, if we are using a 3 flip-flops, that means the natural count is 2 raised to 3, that is going to be 8. So, modulus of 8 counter can be prepared using 3 flip-flops. But by skipping certain states, you can convert this modulus of 8 counter into the mode 7 counter or a mode 6 counter by skipping the 2 state, or a mode 5 counter by skipping a 3 different state. You can prepare this counter. Note that counter having a modulus of 4 or 3 could also be constructed, but these two counters can be constructed by using only 2 flip-flops. Even with the 3 flip-flops, we can convert the mode 4 counter and mode 3 counter also. But you have to skip more number of state and the circuit becomes complicated. Instead of that, the highest natural count, which is greater than mode 3 counter, is mode 4 counter. So that mode 4 counter can be prepared by only 2 flip-flops. So using the 2 flip-flop, mode 4 counter or mode 3 counter can be constructed. Another example. What modulus counter can be constructed with the use of 4 flip-flops? So if you are having a 4 flip-flops, how many number of discrete states will be there? 2 raised to 4, that is going to be 16. So the natural count of modulus of 16 can be prepared. Now, skipping the state, you can convert any count between 16 and 2. And this 2 counter also can be constructed from this one. So, mode 15, mode 14, mode 13, mode 12, mode 11, mode 10 and mode 9. This counter, modified counter can be prepared using 4 flip-flops. But if you want to prepare a models of 8 counters, 7, 6 or 5, that can be prepared using only 3 flip-flops. And mode 4 counter and mode 3 counter can be prepared using only 2 flip-flops, and mode 2 counter can be prepared using a single flip-flop. We can thus construct any counter that has a modulus between 16 and 2 inclusive. We might choose to use 4 flip-flops, only 4 counters having modulus between 16 and 9. Since only 3 flip-flops are required for modulus of less than 8 and only 2 are required for modulus of less than 4. Now, we will be studying specifically mode 3 counter, which is a modified counter. There are great many different methods for constructing a counter having modified counter. A counter can be synchronous, asynchronous, or combination of these two types. Furthermore, there is a decision of which count to skip. That means if you want to convert from natural counter to modified counter, then there are so many methods. But here we are going to study a specific one which is already available in the form of IC. A counter, this modified counter can be synchronous, it can be asynchronous, or it can be combination of these two. And this can be prepared using skipping some of the state. Now, which state is supposed to be skipped? That is, you have to decide. And accordingly, there can be a different circuit of mode 3 counter can be prepared. For instance, if mode 6 counter using a 3 flip-flops is to be constructed, which two of the 8 discrete state should be skipped? That means if you want to prepare a modified count of mode 6 from natural counter of mode 8 counter, that means 2 state you have to skip out of 8 discrete state. Now, which 2 state you want to skip? That is the way you can prepare a different type of models of 6 counter, and accordingly the circuit is also going to be changed. Our purpose here is not to consider all possible counter configuration and how to design them. Rather, we devote our efforts to one or more two designs widely used in TTL MSI circuits. So, I just told you that if there are modules of 8 counter, how many counts are there? 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1. There are 8 discrete state. Any of these out of 8 discrete state, 2 state can be skipped. Now, which 2 state you are going to skip? Accordingly, a different circuit of modules of 6 counter is going to be constructed. Now, we are not going to learn here all the method to prepare a mod 6 counter, but rather we are going to devote our efforts to only one or two important designs which is available in TTL MSI circuits. TTL means transistor logic 7400 series, which is having a medium scale integration. You see that they have already prepared mode 3 counter and mode 6 counter which is available in the IC form. That particular design we are going to study here. So, a mode 3 counter is considered in this section, and mode 5 counter we are going to take in the next section. The two flip-flop in figure 10.16 have been connected to provide a mode 3 counter. Since two flip-flops has a natural count of 4, this counter skip one of the state. So, normally what are the natural count of two flip-flops? Either it is going to be 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. Out of this 4 state, any one of the state is going to be skipped. But here particularly we are going to skip the state 1 1. The waveform and the truth table in figure 10.16 shows that this counter progress through the count sequence 0 0, 0 1, 1 0 and then reset back to 0 0, or it is only having these three discrete states 0 0, 0 1, 1 0, and 1 1 is already skipped and it will be come back to the 0 0 state. It clearly skips the count 1 1. Here is how it works. This is the circuitry of this one. How to construct this circuitry, etc. This is the waveform in a figure B. That means there is a clock waveform is there. This is going to be the timeline. This is the output of flip-flop A, and this is the output of flip-flop B will be there. This is the truth table of mode 3 counter, and this is a logic building block of mode 3 counter. How this circuit works? We can consider again, we are using a JK flip-flops. JK flip-flop in this conditions, we are not utilizing as the toggle mode conditions, but one of the terminal is connected to the VCC, both the flip-flop. VCC K input is connected to VCC. Clock is given to both the flip-flop simultaneously. That means this is a synchronous counter. That means both the flip-flops are changing the state in synchronism with the clock only. Output of B bar is connected to the J input of the first flip-flops, and output of the first flip-flop A is connected directly to the J input of the second flip-flops. How this flip-flop is going to be work? See this truth table. Prior to this negative edge of the clock pulses, that because both the flip-flops are working as a negative edge triggered flip-flops. So the flip-flop will change the state, or it will be respond on negative edge of the clock pulse only. So prior to that, consider that A is 0 and B is 0. Both are reset to be 0 by asynchronous controls. So A and B is going to be 0 0, that you can see in the truth table. So count 0, A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 0. A is the first counter, so it is LSB, and B is the last counter, so it is MSB. So here it is written output of B and then output of A 0 0. Now what happens when the first clock pulse hit the flip-flops? Because the first clock pulse hit the flip-flop, prior to that A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 0. So what is the B bar? B bar is going to be 1. That means J input of the first flip-flop is going to be 1. K input is going to be 1. Prior to the clock pulse hit the flip-flop, prior to the timeline on A point, J is equal to 0 and K is equal to 0 for the first flip-flop. What about the precondition of the second flip-flop? J is equal to 0 and K is equal to 1. That means second flip-flop can be reset on arriving the clock pulse. Here this is J is equal to 1, K is equal to 1. So this flip-flop can be toggled. So what happens when on the first negative edge of the clock pulse, A is going to be toggled. So A is changing the state from low to high, and B is remains reset because it was already reset, so it remains reset. Now prior to the instead of time B, what will happen? A is already 1, so output of A is 1, so J input of the second flip-flop is 1. K is already 1, so for this flip-flop, sorry, it is conditioned for the toggling mode. What about the A flip-flops? Because still B is going to be 0 here prior to the B in of time. B is 0. So B bar is going to be 1. So J is equal to 1, K is equal to 1. So A can also be toggled. So when the next negative edge of the clock pulse hit both the flip-flops simultaneously, both the flip-flops are going to be toggled. So A is going to be toggled at the stop time B, A changing from high to low, and B is going to be toggled, so it is changing from low to high. You can see that. Now what is the precondition before the stop time C? before the interrupt time C, as B is going to be 1, B bar is going to be 0. B is going to be 1, so B bar is going to be 0. That means J input of the first flip flop is going to be 0 and K is going to be 1. So this flip flop can only be reset when the next negative edge of the clock pulse hit this flip flop. What about this one? A is already 0. Here, prior to the C point, A is already 0. That means J is going to be 0 and K is equal to 0. So this flip flop is also can only be reset. Both the flip flop is having a condition of reset prior to the interrupt time C. So the flip flop A is supposed to be reset on arrival of the next negative edge of the clock pulse at the interrupt time C, and hence it was already reset, so remains reset, it remains to be 0. B is going to be reset at the time and be changing the state from 1 to 0, and the after C both the flip flops output is going to be 0 and this is also going to be 0, that you can see that. So that can be appear in the table also. The first conditions is 0 0. When the first clock pulse is going to be there, B is going to be 0, A is equal to 1. When the second clock pulse is going to be there, B is going to be 1 and A is equal to 0. And after C, both the flip flops are going to be 0 0. That means it is passing through three different states only, 0 0, 0 1, 1 0, and then it is going to be repeating its sequence again from 0 0. That's why it is modus of 3 counter, and it will work as a logic building block to construct a higher modulus of the counter. Whatever I have discussed is written over here, and that I am reading here now. So prior to the point A on the timeline, A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 0. A negative clock transition at A will cause A to toggle to 1 since its J and K inputs are going to be high, and B to reset to 0. It's already reset, so it remains reset since its J input is going to be low and K input is going to be high. Prior to the interrupt time B, what will happen? It is shown here. What is the preconditions? A is equal to 1, B is equal to 0. A negative clock transition at B will cause A to toggle 0 since its J and K inputs are going to be high, and B to toggle to 1 since its J and K inputs are going to be high. So both the flip flops are going to be toggled at second negative edge of the clock pulse. So prior to the third clock pulse, that is prior to the point C on the timeline, A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 1. So a negative clock transition at C will cause A to reset to the 0. It's already reset 0 since its J input is going to be low and K input is going to be high, and B to reset 0 since its J input is going to be low and its K input is going to be high. So both the flip flop can only be reset. A was already reset, so it remains reset, and B is going to be reset, so it is changing the condition from 1 0 to 0 0, and it is clearly skipping the state 1 1. The counter has now progressed through all three of its states, advancing one count with each negative clock transition. These two flip-flop mode 3 counter can be considered as logic building block as shown in a figure 10.16d. It has a clock input and output at A and B, that is the waveform shown, and it can be considered as divided by 3 blocks. Since the output waveform at B or A has a period equal to 3 times that of a clock. In other words, this counter divides the clock frequency by 3. I can show you here in this waveforms. You can see that the waveform of A, this is high and this is going to be low. So from here to here, how many waveforms are going to be accommodated? From here, this is one clock waveforms, this is second clock waveforms, and this is going to be third clock waveforms. So period of 3 clock waveforms is going to be accommodated in one clock waveform either at A or similarly it is at the B. That means this frequency is divided by 3. So either you can say that it is divided by 3 waveforms and period is going to be increased 3 times and frequency is divided by 3. So here it is written. It can be considered as a divide by 3 block since the output waveform at B or at A, both the waveforms are identical, remember, has a period equal to 3 times that of a clock. In other words, this counter divides the clock frequency by 2. I said that both the waveforms either at A or B is going to be identical. Of course, they are identical, but they are shifting with one clock pulse, remember. Notice that this is a synchronous counter since both the flip-flop changes the state in synchronism with the clock pulse. So clock is applied to clock input of both the flip-flop together. Thank you very much, friends.